Hey, besties. Let's throw some shade, honey. You ready to get into it? Angel, blink twice if you need help. It seems like Kay has maybe chin checked you in private. She has her foot on your neck. Are you a prisoner in this friendship? Because it's giving that. Uh-huh. And Kiana, she just gonna be mad at everybody. She mad at everybody except for Greg. She just for the last shot at everybody about something, honey. It's like Kiana, like, girl, you're doing this wrong. You're doing it wrong. Your shade is not shading. Girl, how old is Kiana? She's giving real adolescence. Like she's giving real immature. But welcome, besties. You are now behind the shade, and thanks for joining me. I recap your favorite reality shows weekly. Now, baby, let's kiki and and get into another episode of the Real Housewives of Potomac. It is season 10, episode 4. Tropic Like It's Hot. I like that title. But how much you rate tonight's episode, besties? It was a thumbs up for me, honey. It was a lot of tea and shade being thrown, honey. We're going to get into it. But first, besties, please drop down in the comments. Let me know what you thought, of course. I always want to know. But please like the video when you come in. Get comfortable. You're my bestie. I'm yours. Let's talk. Okay, like the video, make sure you subscribe to my channel and make sure your notification bell is on so that you know each and every time I post my content. Now, child, Giselle knows she could have monogrammed Stacy's robe. That was so petty. And Stacy said on Watch What Happens Live, you know, that's Giselle, pretty and petty. And let's just get into it. Tropic Like It's Hot, real cute. So the episode continues from last week. You know, they're in the van headed to Preakness. So Stacy just says, you know, Kay hates me. She just hates me. And so, yeah, she does. But Kay hates everybody, it seems like. She don't like nobody. So then they arrive to Preakness, and Kay gives everyone $20. Remember, Greg gave her a whole bunch of 20s. And so Ashley had asked, are you giving us some of Greg's money? And, you know, Kieran was like, no. But she told him if they shake their butts, I'll give you a $20 bill. Ashley was like, I'll shake my breasts and woo wah wah. And so even Stacy got her 20, girl. And we realized that Stacy has a problem with movement in her body. She just can't do it. Okay. So then Kiana teaches all the girls how to bet, you know, for the races. Meanwhile, Giselle and Wendy, they stayed seated. And so Wendy tells Giselle, like, you know, you bring my name up to Angel, honey, she gonna talk about me for 7 minutes. And so they're like, wait, so y'all both went to Temple, right? And so, you know, Wendy is older. And so Wendy graduated like 3 years before Angel supposedly did. But they said they don't think she graduated. They think that something happened and she had to leave college. But she was supposed to come out of college like Wendy graduated in 06 and then Angel was supposed to graduate in 09. So then the ladies sit down to eat. Child, Ashley they met her little tenderoni, honey. Little tall, little dark skin. He told her, yeah, I want to get to know you. Maybe we can go out or something like that. I'm like, get it, Ashley. She, you know, she loves all that. She gets attention everywhere she goes, honey. She will get, honey, she be pulling numbers. So Stacy asked Giselle, does she have a boyfriend? And so Giselle was like, you know, no, I'm single. You know, we don't do all that. You are single until you're married, okay? And no, I'm single. And so she also says that Angel has someone for her to meet. And so they get back from their trip, she's gonna meet one of, a retired NFL player. I guess, the husband knows him. But we know that she's already dating a retired NFL. So I'm not sure the rumor that she's dating Sean came out before, or was that the guy that Angel's husband introduced her to? Is it just common to date NFL players? I don't know. But Angel's husband supposed to hook her up. And they're like, is he going to be bald and dark skin? That's what Giselle likes. She has a type. Okay. Sherman Jamal. So then Ashley busts Tia out for calling her rude. And it was just like, okay, y'all. So who was out shopping? Tia, Angel, Wendy, and Giselle. When they went shopping for the trip, Ashley called. I don't know why I was about to say allegedly, but Ashley called Giselle. She's on speakerphone, and she invited only Giselle and Wendy to come over to her house. And Tia just thought it was rude that you would call somebody, you're on speakerphone, she's with two other people, and you don't invite them to come over. You could have just told Giselle to call you back later, because that was rude. And so they're going back and forth about it. And so Tia's like, yeah, it's just like a tongue in cheek, not a big deal. And they're like a chin check. And it's like, no, a tongue in cheek is not aggressive. It's just, I said something and it's over with. Unlike a chin check, right? Kiana, are you okay? Angel, I ain't gonna ask you no more. Are you okay? Child. So Tia said that, she apologized because Ashley keep talking about it. And she's like, look, I apologize. I don't know why you're still struggling with it, but you're digging and I'm not gonna get dirty with you. So pretty much, Ashley, this conversation is over. Okay. So then y'all, Jassy comes over. Hey, Jassy. And I must say, I am enjoying Potomac much better than last season. I don't miss Karen and I don't miss Mia. Oh, I don't. Let me get the water. So Jassy comes over, she hugs everyone, kisses everybody, and Kiana's energy goes down because everything is expressive in her face. She can't hide nothing. So they're asking her, how's the wedding come along? Wendy was like, it's on June 9th, right? And it's like, why are you calling out that lady's date of her wedding all over? She don't want all that out there. And so, child, anyway, Jax was like, everything is going good. And so Giselle was like, Darius is going to stay out in Dallas. She's like, yes, for now. Mm-hmm. So I guess he plays for, the Cowboys. So then Angels asked, oh, yeah, you're a wag. Hey, wag, And so they're like, hey, and wag means wife and girlfriend of the NBA. That's their little slang that they use. So Angel asks, what does Darius play? And so Jassy's like, he's a linebacker. And so Angel's like, yeah, my husband was a tackle. And she said that he was a 10-year starter. And it was kind of like, ooh, Wendy picked up on it. Everybody, Stacy picked. They was like, oh, shady. And so then Jassy corrects her. She's like, well, Darius is on year 7. Uh-huh. So what Angel was trying to say was that her husband has been, in football, there's different levels of football players, and pretty much she was saying that her husband he starts off the football game. He starts in, like, he begins, he plays, he gets played. And what she was trying to allude to is that, like, Darius is a bench warmer. Like, he don't start in the game. Like, they call him for backup. And that was shady. So then Giselle's like, okay, let's go outside and just watch the races. Yeah, because y'all getting ready to go back and forth and talk crap all day long. Okay. Because what this cast can do, they have degrees in shade. They know how to shade. Okay. Get into it, Angel. Buckle up, Tia. And Kiana, you going about it all wrong. But whatever. See, the way you do it, you get mad at everybody. You want to hate people. Girl, you just gotta just roll with it. Just roll off the cuff and keep it moving. And just you want to fester and hold grudges and stuff and bring all this negative, nasty energy. And we don't like you for that, girl. And Angel, you need to take notes. What you're doing, what Kay is doing, no, no. You're gonna find yourself off the show with her next season. So you better you keep saying how you want these girls to get to know you and you want to get to know the girls, but you're not even, I don't know. We'll get into it. So Wendy screams, make me some money. We was like, yeah, girl, because you know you love money because you don't have enough of it because you getting ready to win $5. That's what she's getting ready to do, besties. She won $5 on her bets. Okay, girl. So about Wendy, I just heard that she said she was illegally arrested and uh allegedly Eddie's family is paying their attorney fees because the attorney fees are a lot and his family's supposed to be paying. And they seem like they're still getting along. Stacy is Wendy's good friend. She saw Wendy not too long ago and they just hugged and she cried and she was there being supportive. So and she also says she can't wait for us to hear Wendy's side of the story. And I'm like, yes, I need to know. Yep, I'm waiting to hear it because I'm not reporting nothing else until they get to talking. Enough for all the keeping up. We want to know the outcome. So back to this. Enough about that. So Ashley asked Kiana, is she and Jassy okay? Because she said, your body language changed when she came to the table. So Kay said Jassy has a problem with her. So they're like, okay, come here, Jassy. And one thing this cast gonna do is gonna bring you into it. They like, we heard some stuff. Go get her. Tell her to come here. We want to know now. They're not gonna talk about you for too long behind your back, especially when you are close by. So Kiana says, yeah, I heard you and Stacy have an issue with me. And then Wendy told Kay, that. So Wendy over there stuttering. What? I said, what? I told you what? So then the first lady is approaching. So Wendy is like, oh, wait, hold up, y'all. Let's keep it classy because the first lady is coming and we don't want to be acting all rah rah here with this woman, because, she invited Wendy. And I'm like, oh, but the first lady did not want to be filmed on camera. So we just got to see her hand and her clutch purse. She is the complexion of Giselle, an older lady for real, because her hands were they were aged. Yeah, appropriately, I guess. But definitely an older woman in the complexion of Giselle. So Kiana and Wendy had no, wait. Was it Kiana? No, 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 no. No, Jassy. Jassy and Wendy had a phone conversation, and Wendy asked Jassy, did she know if Kiana was coming to the NAACP Awards? And Jassy's response was, I don't know. So Wendy took that as, something's wrong. And so Jasty in her confessional gonna say she's confused, and she said, Wendy, you just being messy. And so Kay gonna roll with Wendy because she's saying if you had to say it like that, then that means something is wrong. And it's like, Kay, you are messy too, and you be looking to fight. You're like a pit bull in a dress. You just want to bark. You just want to bark, and you want to check everybody. And yeah, Angel, pay attention because I'm kind of not liking you, and I thought I was gonna like you. And I just need you to find your own footing in this group. You need to just get your head out of the clouds. I know that girl chin checked you on the under, in private because you're acting like it, but something's gonna happen with y'all friendship. I could see it. It's not gonna stand the test of time. No, because Kiana, is you're holding the bones for Kiana. She wants you to do her dirty work and you're doing it. And you're giving off all this smoke to Wendy when it's misdirected. You should be giving some smoke to Giselle. Wendy ain't done nothing. Why you coming off with her to her? But she addresses it. Oh yeah, Wendy clocks it. Let's get to that. Okay, so Jasty is fun. She just cracks me up. She says, "Oh, I know that Kay is going through a lot with Greg, but don't take it out on me." Kiana is like, "Girl, don't talk about my man, because you be lying, and you the one going through a lot, not me. You the one marrying a man that had 2 kids on you, honey. What?" Darius allegedly had 2 boys while he was supposedly dating Jassy. And so Jassy tells Kiana, "I'm gonna give you grace because I know you're going through it with Greg." Stacy says, "You know what? That's too low. We don't talk about the kids. Let that go." Kiana said, "I ain't going through nothing. Jassy, you the one marrying him and he got 2 kids that had 2 kids on you. You the one needs some grace, not me." So Jassy she throws her straight. She said, "You know what? I would be upset too if all I got was a little old condo that Greg, didn't even pay for." I said, "Wow." No, but Jassy, Kay has her own business. She has her own money. Don't do that. Giselle's like, "Break it up, break it up. Class is in the trash. Break it up. Let's go. Let's break up. We can't do this." So, hey, the ladies are at home packing and they are off to Nevis. Now, Ashley, Nevis is not in Bermuda, it's not in the Bahamas, and it's not wherever the heck you said. Maybe you meant it's in a British island. It's in St. Kitts. It's a small island off of St. Kitts, okay? And child, Jassy is coming with them. I was like, do it, do it, Giselle. That's what I'm talking about, girl. This is how you do it. Because I can't have Kiana and Stacy arguing the whole trip. I just can't. That's it. Bring Jazzy. Because see, I said, Jazzy is going to check Kiana. No one can really check her, but Jazzy can because she don't care because she's what? Engaged. So poor thing in coach though. All the other ladies, they're in first class. Jasty, she got on this trip late. So she got what she got. At least she got her bathrobe embroidered with her name. She got a monogram of her name and the initial on her toiletry bag, unlike Stacy. So anyway, they land, they land safe. They land in St. Kitts, and then they have to take a yacht over to Nevis, and they're ready to go. Okay, so they sit in the yacht lounge, having champagne and all that stuff because they getting ready to take the boat over, but they got to go through customs and immigration and all that. And so someone asked, "You guys got any questions?" And so Angel was like, "Yeah, I want to get to know y'all better, and I want y'all to get to know me better. And I know I've been saying that for the last 4 episodes. Yeah, it needs to start now, Angel. You got to start now. You got to stop saying that. But I get it. Kiana has her foot on your neck. She don't want you to get familiar with these women. She wants you to be like her, and that's not you. It's not you. You think you that girl because Kiana thought you was that girl, but you're kind of like, yeah, these women ain't scared of you. They not. They have master's degrees in shade. They know how to shade, and you're not prepared for this. Okay. So Stacy says she's welcomed Angel into the group. Nobody welcomed her last season, but she went ahead and welcomed her, but she felt like Angel seemed very cold. Yeah, because Kiana doesn't like Stacy. So of course Angel gonna give off that same energy. And Angel, you really just have to think for yourself, okay? You act like you so big and bad and you this and you that and you all that. Well, show us, okay? Show us. So she wants to get to know her too, outside of Kay. So she asked her, Child, hmm. So there's a problem. Angel's but then brought a camouflage backpack on the trip. It says in the, in the customs, in the small print, that you cannot bring camouflage. And don't everybody know that by now? When you travel abroad, you can't wear camouflage. Don't throw them people off thinking you in the military. You coming to be a spy or like, don't do that. Leave the camouflage to the military. It is not a fashion trend outside of the USA. Maybe in Canada, it's not a fashion trend on the other side of the world. Like, no, it's a no no. She didn't read that. And so, Angel, nope, Tia saves the day because she had a half empty suitcase and she put Angel's camouflage bag in there. Because otherwise, I don't know what would have happened to Angel because nobody had room in their 18 million pieces of luggage. They didn't have it. So Angel said that Tia was her angel for that. Good. Okay, everybody can go to Nevis now. So Wendy's asking Stacy some old crazy off the wall stuff that I don't care to repeat. And Stacy didn't either. She's like, why are you asking me that? Okay, next, we're moving on. So Jassy thanks the ladies for celebrating her getting married and, welcoming the new people in and also celebrating Wendy's birthday because this is the day after her birthday. And it's like, okay, Potomac always films for Wendy's birthday. So they want to celebrate with the new ladies. So Giselle says, what did Giselle say? Oh, so she said, let's celebrate with the new ladies. And then Giselle butts in and says, oh, the new ladies that didn't want you to come. It's like Giselle. Giselle has clocked in, honey. This whole season, Giselle has clocked in. And Stacy too, y'all. Stacy has replaced Karen. She got the shade. Her timing is good. Honey, the girls of Potomac, honey, they are coming with it. And they're like, what? Didn't want me to come. What happened? Wait, who said that? Hey, Portia. So Giselle says after Preakness, her and Jassy went to lunch. They both said that we had a fabulous lunch. They got to catch up and everything. So Giselle asked her to come on the trip. But Angel and Kay did not want Jassy to come. Angel wanted Sharice to come on the trip instead. They was like, Sharice. She was like, a little bit, sure do. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, forget I'm from Potomac. I'm from here. And so Tia says, well, Giselle didn't listen no way because ta-da, Jassy is here. And so Angel, she goes into I don't remember saying that. And she has a very hard, this is her second time. I don't remember saying that. I don't remember saying that. I don't remember saying that. Girl, do we need to record you? So Kay says she don't like being fake or phony. And that's why she don't like hanging around Jassy. And so the Jassy says, well, then say what you said about Wendy, since you don't like being fake or phony. Wendy talking about, wait a minute, was this recently or a long time ago? Jassy's like, oh no, honey, this was months ago. So Wendy clocked that tea. She said, oh, okay. So she's been deflecting all this time. She's the one who's been the bad friend talking about me behind my back all this time, putting it on me, but it's really her. Kiana tells Jassy she is full of crap. So they go back and forth and back again about who's a HO and who's a fiance and who's a side piece and who letting they man have all these kids on them. Child, let them fight already. Like they just need to fight. Put them in a boxing match. They just need to fight in a boxing rink. I mean, they just need to fight, and I'm here for. I want to see it. I do. Who will win? It don't matter. We already know. The pit bull in the skirt would. Then Wendy talks about how Angel made a dig at Jassy's fiance, calling him a bench warmer. And that her husband is a 10-year starter. And so, child, production being messy too, asking Angel. So, is Jassy a wag to a bench warmer? And so, Angel had her little kiki with that, talking about, there's different levels of football players, but everyone's part is important. They laugh. And so Stacy asked a great question. She said, Angel, do you have it in your heart to have a relationship with others that don't enjoy Kay? It was like, goodness, clock in, Stacy Rouge, clock in, girlfriend. So Angel was like, yes, yes, you will get to know me. Yes. Soon as this girl take her foot off my neck, and long as I get permission from Kay, it will be fine. I will play with you guys on this trip. Just whenever Kay lets me, okay? Just give us time. So Giselle is like, because we don't want to feel like you just here for Kiana. Like you need to just get in this group and get it going, honey, So Wendy and Stacy says, yeah, and we're waiting for you, Angel. I'm like, exactly, Angel. They're waiting. It's episode 4. You still talking about you want to get to know them or you want them to get to know you. Well, when? When? Child, Kiana says she got to go cool off. She got to do the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 before she get back in this group. So she goes off to the side of the boat, just get some wind, drink a little bit, and then who's over there with her? Angel. And so, but before that, Angel tells who told? No, I think that was Kiana tells them, but y'all need to be more fun and inviting. And she was right. She's right. Absolutely. And I will say about Kay, what I do like is she can hold her own. She ain't no punk. She going at it wrong, but she ain't no punk. So they decide to dance their way into Nevis because they're close. This boat ride was only 15 minutes. And we do understand that Stacy still cannot twerk. Wendy says she's worse and she gets an F minus. Sit down, Stacy. So when they get there, they're greeted. The culture is there. They get the coconut water and they got to take golf carts to their villas. I'm like, child, they'd have been on every piece of something to get to Nevis, child. They'd have been on the flight. They didn't have to take a boat ride. Now they're in a golf cart. So they're headed to their villas. There'll be 3 villas. Giselle and Ash saw a picture of Tia and Angel on social media. But the picture of Angel doesn't look like her. It looks like a completely different person, someone smaller with a smaller face, because it didn't look like her. So they said, okay, cool, put that to the side. We're going to bring this up at dinner tonight. Okay, so they go into Ashley and Giselle's villa. That's their room assignment. So the next assignment is they're putting Tia in a nanny's quarter because she's used to having nannies and butlers and drivers. So they put her off to herself. And she kind of was like, okay. But Angel told her, girl, you got the best thing going. You by yourself. And she was like, okay, I guess you're right. And it's like, yes, you have 3 kids and a husband. You need to have that time to call in and check in and see what's going on. And you just, you'll be all right. Ash and Giselle are right there. So then another villa will be Wendy, Stacy, and Jassy. And it sounds like it's an upstairs, downstairs because Wendy will be upstairs and Stacy and Jassy will be downstairs. And they are all excited, honey. They just in a circle, jumping. And then the third villa will be for Angel and Kay. In the villas, everyone has flowers, a handwritten card. They have their monogram on the robes, hot pink, and they have an initial on a toiletry bag in the bathroom. Everyone has this going on except for Stacy. She just has flowers, a blank card, a robe, no monogram, the toiletry bag, no monogram. So she's like, man, what in the she like, I just, hey, it's just so obvious that Giselle has an issue with Stacy. So petty. So Kiana and Angel talk about how Wendy didn't say anything to her at the airport. So, she getting that shade from Wendy. Well, you was acting a donkey at Kiana's house. Why would she be speaking to you, Angel? Instead, she wasn't really greeted by, seemed like she wasn't greeted by Giselle, but they cut it off. And so Angel's like, people in class don't act like that. Girl, you and your friend was acting a donkey. Your friend hosted you ladies and she acted a fool. She don't have any class either. And we got you, you're suspect. We're not sure about you. We're trying to read you. So don't come for Wendy. And Wendy is a Gemini. You know they will take a grudge to the grave, honey. They don't play them games. Not at all. Have you met one? So Stacy asked Kay, is she back with Greg? Because they don't talk and she doesn't know. And so Kiana's like, yes, but I thought we were in a very good, cordial space. What are you talking about? We were on the plane together. Stacy's like, yeah, but you was asleep. You just woke up to ask me for some gum. She's like, yes, cordial. And so we chit-chatted, you asked me about Angel. And Angel's like, what you asked about me for? Just to see if you was okay. And so Angel's like, well, you know what? Ask me about me. And it's like, girl, you barely talk to Stacy because of Kiana. And here go Angel. Well, just to be, to give you guys some vulnerability, I don't talk a lot when I don't know you. But once I do, you guys will see a different side of me. But right now, I'm a little reserved. And it's like, but you're the one that keeps saying you want to get to know these women. Well, what you say is you want them to get to know you. How is that going to be when you won't even talk? Because Kiana won't let you. Girl, she chin checked you, honey. Honey, she has chin checked you in private. Okay? Please tell us. It's going to come out, y'all. Mark my word. So Tia said that she never sees Wendy and Angel talk to each other. And it's like, girl, wasn't you at the table at Kay's house? That was enough for all of us. They don't need to talk ever. And it's okay if they don't. It's okay. But Angel said she felt attacked by Wendy. Wendy feels like Angel is trying to weaponize her. Ain't nobody attacking you. And she says, it's just she doesn't seem excited to be around us. That's how they take Angel. Like, you don't seem like you want to be here. Angel says it's hard to reach out to new people. It's very hard for her. It's so hard. She's like, it's hard for me. I don't know what to say. Angel, who are you? Giselle says that she don't know Stacy. Angel is giving us all these different character flaws. Pick a character, Angel, and stick to it. Now how you want them to get to know you, but you're quiet. You hate whoever Kay hates. And now you're talking about it's hard to reach out. Well, how are you going to get this friendship going? How are you going to get these relationships going, honey? Because you got to do something. Or do we got to keep hearing you? I just want everybody to get to know me. Girl, how? Okay, how? So Giselle brings up the picture of Angel. She's like, are we being catfished? And I'm like, yes. She said, that picture ain't filtered. Yes, it is, Angel. Well, check this out. But Giselle's like, are you sure catfish? Because, we like filters. Wendy, she loves her a good filter. She's the filter queen. Wendy like, yep, I sure am. So Angel's like, uh-huh. She picked up that, Wendy was laughing when Giselle was talking. And she said, oh no, not Miss Insecure that got on the operation table to make herself look like a permanent Instagram filter. I was like, clock that T, Angel. Don't you start letting me liking you. You okay. Okay, Angel. That was good. That was real good. Okay. Because Wendy, you don't look like none of your old. Pull out some of them old pictures, honey, and do a side by side, honey. Okay. But we all know Wendy is not in denial about all the surgeries she's had and the 4 degrees that she has. So, what I believe, besties, is that picture that Angel was showing that's out. That picture is before children. She has a 1-year-old and a 4-year-old. That picture is just old. Her face it's her, but she was very slim. Uh-huh. It was a go before motherhood. And I don't know why she just not saying that because everybody, hey, child, when are we going to get to know the real Angel? So, child, Stacy thinks Angel tweaked herself a little too much. She had too much fun with those filters. She was like, let me do this, let me change this, let me change this, and change this, and then change this. Let me add this. Child, by the time she did all that, it's like, who is this? Miss Catfish. I just think it's an old, very old picture. Because it don't look like her. And Ash was like, well, it doesn't, those pictures just don't look like you. And so Wendy kind of just jumps back in and she said, you know what? I'm going to clock you right now. Your tone right now, your energy is very different. Like you flipped out on me at Kay's house, but you're not even tripping with these ladies. They talking about you to be catfish them pictures ain't you, and you ain't saying nothing. You ain't saying nothing to them. And then, Kay, do you even like this lady? When she said that, that exposed both of y'all. What you mean it exposed me? What was exposed, Wendy? That you talk about me behind my back. You've been talking and you talk about me. Yes, if you're trying to say that, yes, she tells me when y'all have a problem. And then Kiana's like, it's symptomatic, it's somatics, it's somatics. And it's like, so Giselle is like, it's time to eat. Y'all, okay, y'all, are y'all good? Because we need to eat. Like, I ain't finna be doing all this. Y'all ain't finna be hollering and fussing and spitting all over my food when it get here. So Giselle is like, Stacy, no, Stacy is like, Giselle, why didn't I get, a monogram on my robe? Where's my written card? What's going on with that? So Giselle's like, Stacy, I'm confused by you. I don't know who you are from last year, this year. I'm confused. And so then Stacy's like, well, Giselle, let's talk about you. You want to be confused? You have a whole boyfriend. You got a whole man. Uh-huh. Sean Springs, retired NFL. They like, come on, Wag, come on, Wag. And so then Stacy pulls out her phone to show the pictures of Giselle at a table with a man. Stop playing with me. Stop playing. She showed him the pictures. Giselle looked, she giving somebody the phone to see the pictures. She ain't bothered by that. She said that's a date, not a boyfriend. And then she tells us these girls in this group, they think a date equates to a boyfriend, a fiance, to wedding. And that's not how it happened. That's not real life. So Ashley's like, hey, they like, do you know him? And she like, yeah, they met at a birthday party. He was very cute. No, he's not. Anyway, he has on he had on a Fendi sweater, and Wendy gonna say, "Oh yeah, Giselle love her some designer." Girl, not as much as you. You over here claiming illegal break-ins to keep your Never mind. We gonna wait to see what Wendy has to say. Allegedly. Right now, allegedly, you are a scammer. A Nigerian scammer. So anyway, what's his name? Sean had on a Fendi sweater. He came correct with Giselle. And honey, they've been on a few dates. Not one, not two, but a few, right? And so that's it. Is he still around? Yes, he's still around. Uh-huh. And so Ashley in her confessional was like, and Stacey need to be quiet because she need to come clean too. So then Ashley clocks in. So, Stacey, I heard you reached out to my homegirl trying to get close to somebody that many of us in this group knows. Uh-huh. He played for the NFL also because they were saying earlier that everybody at this table has dated an NFL player except for Wendy. And they like, yeah, he played for the Redskins. Uh-huh. Wendy clocked it. She said, not Chris Samuels. Are you talking about Chris Samuels? Child. And it's a to be continued, besties. What I'm going to tell y'all, tonight's episode was good. Honey, the girls clocked in. Angel, you got to get into it. You got to break away a little bit from Kiana because she's just an evil old wench. And I don't know why this series calling all these women a HO is like the thing to do. They said it a lot in this episode. And it's like, why are y'all calling these people HOs? But hey, I'm here for it. To be continued, besties. Huh. Very good episode. Okay, besties, drop down the comment section, type a little something, share the video, like the video, make sure you subscribe to my channel, and make sure that notification bell is on. And I'll be back with another recap. It will be Real Housewives of Salt Lake City on Tuesday evening. I will see y'all then. Bye, besties.